So today we're going to do a bit of a video stack because I have a lot to say and I don't know if I want to write a gazillion and one long length stack. I'm pretty sure that no one want to read something that long. But we're going to start with the fact that Trump got his butt handed to him in New York, and I'm definitely here for it. I'm sure you guys are too. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, why am I this giddy and this happy? And I think it's because I see this as a portent of things to come. Trump has not faced any accountability for the lies he's told and the lives that he's harmed. And yeah, yesterday he did. And I just think it's the beginning. And I think for most of us who are celebrating, what happened in New York, we feel the same way. Now, what that means remains to be seen. I don't know what that means for any properties that aren't in New York. I don't know if that completely bankrupts him, how many appeals he may or may not have in regards to this ruling. I am very interested to see what happens in October when when the trial commences, to what he will have to pay to New York as restitution. But yeah, and speaking of criminals, let's talk about Menendez, the Democrat who's in a whole buttload of trouble and should be. There should always be accountability when Congress people don't respect the office and who are doing things that, when they're breaking the law and doing things that do not service their titles and their appointments. And I'm pretty proud of the Democrats for saying, hey, let's get this guy. We brought out our torches and our pitchforks, and we are trying to get rid of the people on our side of the fence who aren't living up to their responsibilities. But that only leaves me with a bitter taste in my mouth when it comes to Boebert. We saw the same thing with Franken. Again, whether we believe he did or did not do something wrong, the Democrats, when there was a perception of impropriety, they gathered together and they ousted him. But when it comes to somebody like Boebert, who in my mind is something just as bad or worse than what Franken did, where are the clamors for her to be ousted? Why is it only one side who has to give up the ghost when somebody does something wrong? And we allow the Republicans to circle the wagons and we don't do anything in regards to people like Boebert, who has exposed her jugular, and we should be jumping for it. This is why we lose. People like to see a strong leadership, and we're intellectual leadership, we're compassionate leadership, but when it comes to things like this, we back down, and we always do it on the idea, well, we don't want to do vengeance, and we're trying to make everything better, and we're trying to be the good guys here. But there's nothing wrong with holding people's feet to the fire when they have done wrong. There's nothing wrong with saying that people should be accountable for their actions. Boebert did something wrong. She disgraced the office, and it was also illegal according to Colorado law. So if that is the case, she could be run out just the way Franken was. She could be run out the way Menendez is. So why not go after her with the same fervor? We are a system of checks and balances, correct? So if only one side is always facing accountability for what they do, and the other side gets off because it gets to play political games without being called out, and their side is never called out, how is that perfect checks and balances? It is not wrong to say that someone has done something that they should be ousted for on the other aisle. It is fair, it is right, it is what checks and balances is all about. So I'm saying that, yes, let's hold Menendez's feet to the fire. And then we're done. Let's take a little look at Boebert and some of the other people who've done some crappy things. And let's make sure they're held accountable too, because accountability works both ways. And that's all I got to say. And yes, go New York. Letitia James, you killed it, girl.